Now we're going to add lighting to our prefabs here. So let's start with floor A. And what we're going to do here for lighting is we're simply going to add reflection probes to all of these modules. And then we'll configure the probes so that they initialize at runtime. And what that will do is it will allow the probes to capture the local lighting information regardless of how we configure these modules. Okay, so let's right-click on lighting here in floor A. And we're simply going to go to light and then choose reflection probe. And then we need to adjust the size of this. So let's bring this up 1 unit. So we're going to go up just 1 unit there on the y-axis. So 1 unit there. We want to make sure this reflection probe matches the size of the module. So if you scroll down here and look at the reflection probe settings, we have dimensions here for the box. So we know that we need this to be 6 by 4. And then because of our 1 unit offset here from the top surface, we want a height of 2. So we'll set the box size to 6 by 2 by 4. And you can see there, if you look at that closely, that it just lines up perfectly with the top surface there. So what this will do is it will capture lighting information and apply it to any objects that are moving around on the top of this surface. We're going to set the type here to real-time, and then we're just going to leave the default real-time settings in place. So refresh mode is on awake, time slicing is all faces, that should be fine. So again, what this will do is at runtime, whenever the game is run either in the editor or in a build, this probe will simply render the environment around it and then apply that lighting information to any objects moving around. Okay, so that looks like it should be fine. Let's go ahead and select floor A and again apply this change. And then we'll do the same thing here for the other objects. All right, so select our bridge here. Let's go to lighting. This is bridge A. And again, we'll right click and then we'll add a reflection probe, 1 unit here on the y-axis. And then we'll set the size here. Now, one thing we need to be careful about is if any of these modules rotate, the probe will not rotate with them. So for the bridge, if we simply use a box size of 2 by 2 by 2, you can even see if you look closely here, there is lighting that's being applied about a unit or so. There's a blend distance right here of 1. And so we're getting some lighting here spilling out of the volume of the probe, which is good. So this means that even if the bridge element here is rotated, the probe lighting will still be pretty accurate. And then again, we'll set our type here to real time. And then again, we need to reselect the bridge A object here and apply this change. And then we'll move on to our next object. Okay, wall A does not need a reflection probe. Bridge B, however, does. So again, right-click on lighting, add a reflection probe, set the type here to real-time, position 1 on the y-axis, and then box size 2 by 2 by 2. And then reselect bridge B and apply. Okay, this should be all that we need here for lighting for these modules. In some cases, you might have lighting added to the modules. You might have some torches or something else on the modules, and that would also count as lighting, and you could simply use the same lighting group here that we have set up in the structure for each one of these. We actually have lighting that we're going to be adding in independently of the module layout. But luckily, the way the probes are set up, they will capture that information and again apply it to any dynamic objects. In the next video, we're going to bring in our play systems, do some more testing, and start to build a level.